I am one of those mothers that are like a, over the top mother. And Declan at night would, instead of drinking like say 60 mils of tea, he was drinking like 600 mils of tea for a couple of days, and it didn't sit well with me. So I thought, no, let me take him to the doctor. And the doctor said, no, let's rather check his sugar. So we went for a blood test, and then our doctor said, no, his sugar is very high. It was at 29, and that's where everything started. We want to see your pump. He's supposed to pray. Declan was diagnosed when he was 2 years old. So in December 2018 he was diagnosed.
Yeah, can you come move around, Jackie? Yeah.
Oh, he's actually...
No!
So you'll have to clear the alarm. So you press the down arrow, and then it'll give him some more insulin now, because it can pick up that he's high. I honestly thought my life had fallen apart. I had no idea what diabetes was all about. I didn't know how I was going to look after my child, to be honest. Yeah, it was the hardest time of my life. When we found out, probably the first year was quite tough for us because we're still new to everything. My husband and I, we hardly slept every night because we didn't have a sensor to monitor what his sugar is. So if it would go high or low, we had no idea. And we had a little book and we wrote down his sugar. The next hour, I would wake up. The next hour, if he went high before he had the pump, we'd have to inject a correction dose of insulin. So that went on for 2 months until we got the pump.
Okay.
To change the set, you go onto the pump, you go to the little insulin bottle, and there's like the infusion set there, and then you say new reservoir, and then you can rewind it. It's busy rewinding now. Since we've got the pump, it's changed our lives completely for the better. We don't have to constantly prick like we used to, and Declan hated it. I won't lie, he hated it.
I didn't like the injection because it was so... I like getting a new pump because we don't have to click so much. This is a cow.
Dex? Hey.
Ouch!
Come, lay down. Just waiting for the insulin to come through. I just have to flick it because you'll see small little air bubbles through here. And if we have air bubbles and we put it into the pump, it can get blocked, and then he won't get insulin. The pump, it's amazing. If he goes high, it alarms and shows us that he's going high. If he's going low, it also alarms, and then we're able to give him Coke to rectify it.
Ow! 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 Ow!
Declan!
Ow!
If it wasn't for our doctor, our endo, Dr. Chiba, he explained everything to us. Thank God we've never had a very bad situation. We can put this in. You just put it in, turn it, and it will click. And then you know it's in correctly. Now let's just load it. When you hear that beep, then you know it's loaded. Now we're just going to fill the tubing. So the insulin's going through these tubes at the moment, and it's going to come out this needle here. As you can see the drop there. For young kids, they put it on his bum because there's more fatty tissue. Like adults can put it on their stomach because they've got a little bit more fat. Declan doesn't have a lot of fat on his stomach, so that's why it goes on his bum. I'm going to take this sticker off and this little piece here, and as you can see there's the needle that goes into his bum now. There we are, quick like that, and then we just have to do the last little things. Done. So with this pump it's so awesome because it keeps on giving him little bits of insulin all the time throughout the day, and then whenever he eats, Dex, whenever he eats we'll give him a bolus, which is the insulin, and then say for instance, as you'll see when we eat Nana, he'll have a certain amount of carbs for his food, and then the Medtronic pump calculates it, and then it will give that amount of insulin that he needs, and there we go.
I know about diabetes that I mustn't eat the food that my friends eat.
Without?
A bolus.
A bolus, yes.